as promised, we are back with the last topic of this whole series of algebra, and the topic was what? Midterm factorization. Yes, I told you in the previous videos that we would be discussing midterm factorization. So let us start now. Okay, so I have taken two examples here. One is p square minus 18p plus 81, and the other one is p square minus 14p minus 32. So we are considering two different situations here. One where there is a positive sign before the last constant term, and one where there is a negative sign. Why? We will discuss that one by one. Now when we do midterm factorization, we have to keep two things first in mind. First, the last term, the constant term, and the sign before the constant term. Okay, these two are very important when we do midterm factorization. Now why is it important when we do midterm factorization? So do you remember that formula? X plus a into x plus b, we have done no in the second or third video. In x plus a into x plus b gives us what? X square plus a plus b into x plus a into b. Now the last part was a into b, which means they were multiplication. So I have to break the last term 81, or suppose here my last term is 32 and the sign is minus. So whenever we do midterm factorization, always you check the last term and then you break the last term into different factors. So 81 I can write as what? 9 into 9, because 9 nines are 81. If I try to break it further, I can write this as 3 into 27, isn't it? But which one? Out of this, which one to consider for this situation? That will depend on the sign. Okay. So just before 81, my sign is positive, which means I have to check that which factor of 81 when I break the sum, or after adding it becomes this number here. Okay. So you check here, 9 into 9 is 81, and 9 plus 9 is what? 18, which means this is equal to this one. Okay, the coefficient of p. That is why my factor I am going to choose 9 into 9 to be fitting in this situation. So what will I do? I will write here, in place of 18 I will write 9 plus 9. Okay, this one. Then into p plus 81. Because I hope you remember the formula was x plus a into x plus b. Now we are doing the reverse. We are going to bring this one. The formula was x square plus a plus b into x plus ab. So I have to make this in terms of plus or minus here. That is why. Now let us break it. So this is my p square minus to plus minus 9p minus into plus minus 9p plus 81. Now after breaking the bracket, we are going to take common. Okay, so from this two, what is common? P is common. Here is p square and here is p. So 1p I can take out. So 1p is gone, and here 1p is left out of 2p, and here if p is gone, 9 is left. And from this 2, 9 is common. Okay, because 9 9 is 81. So since minus is here, I will take minus 9 common. Then here p will be left. And since I have taken minus common, so minus plus, inside there will be minus sign. Because 9 9 is 81, minus minus plus. Alright. Now out of this expression, again what is common? P minus 9 is common. So this time you take p minus 9 out, and what is left? P minus 9 is left. Okay. So this is done. First step, you have to check the last constant term, break it. Okay. Such that whatever number you get, and then you check the next sign. If it is plus, then you have to break in such a way that after adding you get the coefficient of the variable, or if it is minus, then you will check after subtracting the coefficient is equal to that. Okay, let us do this one, but the one with the minus one. Now here I have to break 32 in such a way that after subtracting the two numbers I get 14. Alright, so let us break 32. I can break it as 8 into 4, or this is also equals to 16 into 2, isn't it? So there may be, obviously there are more, but let us check now if anyone fits. So 8 minus 4 is 4, so this won't be equal to this, and here is minus, so I have to check for minus only. What about 16 minus 2? 16 minus 2 is how much? 14. So this one fits this equation. So like that we will check. Okay. So in place of 14, I'm going to write 16 minus 2p. Then p square 16p minus plus 2p minus 32. Again, next step is taking common. So out of this p is common, so take out p. So here what is left? P minus 16 is left. And out of this 2 is common because 32 is even number, so you can take out 2 common. And again this time here is plus, so no need to change the sign. Take out 2, p is left, and then minus because it is not minus, so you don't need to change sign. There it was minus, so I changed the sign. Sorry, there it was minus, so inside the bracket I changed the sign. But if it is plus, you don't need to change the sign. So 2 is taken common. Out of 32, if 2 is gone, what is left? 16, because 16 2s are 32. Now again, out of this 2, p minus 16 is common, so take p minus 16, and what is left? P plus 2 is left. Alright, so this is how we do midterm factorization. It is very easy. Okay, only you need to remember 2 things. First, what is the constant number? Second, what is the sign just before the constant number? And the number with the variable, you have to check how much is that. And after adding or subtracting, if it is coming or not. Alright, so that is all our condition. So I hope this was helpful. Do let me know in the comment section. So let us take another example. M square plus 19m minus 20. Okay, this time my constant term is 20 and the sign before it is minus. So let me break down 20. 20 I can write as 2 into 10. Then I can write as 5 into 4 and then 20 into 1. Isn't it? Now let us check which one fits this. Okay, I have to minus the factors here such that I get how much? I get 19. Now one thing to be noted, the sign before your middle term is not important. For us what is important is the sign before the last term or the constant term. So I have to find a number here. Out of this 3 I have to find one pair such that after subtracting I get 19. So which one will it be? Obviously this one, because if I minus 20 and 1 I get how much? 19. So I'm going to put here. So equals to m square plus, in place of 19 I'm going to write 20 minus 1. And let us the next step is what? Open the bracket. So this is 20m, this is m. I hope you know the multiplication. And then take common. Out of this 2, m is common. So m plus 20 is left, and out of here nothing is common. Can you see? So I will take 1 as common. When nothing is common, we take 1 as common. And here is minus, so minus 1. Then inside the bracket, m will be there. And since I have taken minus common, the sign will change inside the bracket. This will become plus and then 20. Because minus into plus minus 1 into 20 is 20. Okay? The value should not change. Now, out of this 2, again, m plus 20 is common. And then what is left? M minus 1. So this is my answer. So I hope that you all understood all the 3 examples that we took today. Keep on practicing with other questions. You can check it out from different books, or you can search in Google also. Till then, take care. Bye-bye. So midterm factorization is complete. I hope that you will study. Okay. So bye.